Well, hello everyone. Welcome. Today I wanted to share with you 5 simple ways for you to be more productive as an event planner. So, for those of you that do not know me, my name is Naomi Tucker, and I'm a productivity, burnout, and leadership coach. And I coach ambitious leaders in the event planning space to build effective time saving and leadership strategies so that they can manage their many commitments and to love the lives they live. I empower them to be a planner on purpose. So, to be a planner on purpose, that means to live intentionally, to develop self mastery, and to be confident in the vision that you have set for your life and be a force in moving forward to keep it. That's a planner on purpose. And today, again, like I mentioned, I wanted to go ahead and share with you 5 simple tips in order for you to stay more productive as an event planner. So, if you're ready, here we go. So, the first way that as event planners we can be more productive is to wake up with a sense of clarity. Okay, starting your day with a sense of clarity. And I know that sometimes this may seem as though it's too basic, but it definitely helps. Beginning your day with meditation or devotion or just focus helps you to center yourself. It allows you to start your day with purpose. And you have a precious opportunity in the mornings in order to start your day off on the right foot. Now, perhaps you're one of those people, and I know sometimes I can be. I'm not waking up early. Let's say we have our children that wake us up before we can get up to do all this devotion time, or let's just say we have other distractions. Really identify what those distractions are so that you are able to get up a little bit earlier or go to sleep a little bit later, or in the middle of your day, find that time to be centered and to start your next task with clarity. So, again, in the morning, wake up earlier if you can, find that time to devote yourself and think of your to-do list and get yourself centered before your day starts. If you can do that, it really is going to be helpful for you as you are trying to maintain your productivity throughout the day. Okay, so that was step one. Step number two is really take a look about your day and see where there's areas to do batching. So that's the second tip is doing batching. And what that is really finding the task that you do often and putting them all in place where you're doing them, let's say on one set day. So, for example, when I record my podcast, instead of doing it, let's say, every single day for 30 minutes, I perhaps might want to take Tuesdays and block off a good 2 hours of my time and record 4 podcasts. It's as easy as that. Then I'm done and I do not have to really worry about it until that next time that I set for batching that podcast episodes. So, for yourself as an event planner, that can look differently. Perhaps you are setting some time in order to call venues and seek out availability, and you have different events that you have to do that for. So instead of doing it randomly when you're thinking about it, perhaps seeking out that availability from all the different vendors, do that all on one day. So one day will be your getting RFPs and getting availability, getting pricing from the people that you need. And that might be something that you can focus on. Perhaps if you have to do the details on a particular meeting and you're working out different details as far as your event orders and trying to get details all set for an event, why not do that on one particular day for all your events so those things are done? So there's different ways in order for us to incorporate the batching concept into our day. And essentially it makes us more productive because we're doing more of the same thing. And when you do that, you are singularly focused on one particular task and you're just knocking it out of the park. And that's what we want. So that is another way for you to be more productive during your days as an event planner. The third one is automation. And most people definitely do not see automation as something that can help. Sometimes we're so busy and we're so stressed and we're so overwhelmed that we don't take that time to sit back and say, how can we make the process in which we're doing things a little bit easier by incorporating automation? Now, there's so many different types of automation. It isn't just one type of automation. The typical type is people are thinking is technology, using technology in order to automate some of the systems and some of the processes that we do. Now, that is really great. There are so many different technologies to be able to help that. For example, you might have a technology to help you when you need to have a new event. Maybe you're registering them in a common location so that you can refer back to them when needed. And perhaps that is a area in which you are incorporating tech automation. But on the other hand, you also have process automation. Now, process automation is perhaps you are working with a new client, and this new client really doesn't have a very strategic way in which they have their meetings completed. So perhaps working with you as a planner, you can help them to develop a set process in order for their meetings to go through a really nice automated process. Okay. So it's really setting that time to create the process, train everyone on the process so that every single event that comes through is really streamlined, and that then enhances productivity. And anyone that you bring into the fold for, let's say, this new client with all their events, they're going to follow that same process. So that's also another way in order for you to increase your productivity with automation. Another type of automation, which I'll touch on quickly, is template automation. So instead of recreating the wheel each and every time for each and every client, perhaps you have a specific template that's created that you do for a certain thing. So for example, let's say you have to seek out availability from a particular hotel or particular properties. And in order to do that, you have a template in which has the questions that you need to have answered from that property all ready to go. And you have prompts to ensure that you're putting the right information in there for your venue. That way, when you're using this particular template, everything is all where you need to, everything is there. You don't need to reinvent the wheel, and you can continue to use that same process as you're seeking out availability. So these types of automation you can apply to many different tasks that are on your event planning journey, and I implore you to do that. So number 3, teamwork. You have a team, and sometimes we're thinking about teams in different ways. Many times we're working with the organization, or we have teams internally that we can work with, but maybe you're a solopreneur, or perhaps you're just doing, let's say, one event here and there. You do have a team, and those teams are all the different people that come together in order to help you to fulfill your event. So your teams can be your registration coordinator. Your team can also be somebody who works at the venue, like your your manager at a property. And you could also have your team being being your client. Like, there can be all different ways in which you can put together your team, but make sure that you're utilizing them in a way that's going to help you be more productive. Making sure that different tasks are given to the people on your team so that they're able to implement them and do them for you for the particular event or program that you are managing. So teamwork is definitely essential, and definitely you should utilize that, and it helps them to get excited to help support you for the event that you're looking to support. And lastly is prioritization. So make sure that you are prioritizing your time. Make sure that you're working on the things that are most important to your business, be first, and keep those front and center so that you do not fall or give way to time, because time is going fast for everyone, and we all probably do not have enough time for everything that we want to accomplish. But if we can just focus on the one or two things that are most important to our business or pushing the needle forward, then that can help us really move forward in a big way. So I just encourage you to prioritize, make sure you're working on the most important thing. And once you get that crossed off the list, it opens up an opportunity for you to work on some additional tasks. So that's it. Those are the 5 things that you can do right now in order to increase productivity in your business, in your event planning. And I really hope that this helped you. And if you need any more information about productivity or overwhelm or burnout tips, definitely visit my website at plannersonpurpose.com, where we help event planners stress less and live more, and yeah, just be there for them as they go throughout their event planning journey. So thank you so much, and we will see you on the next video.